Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that at the Merriman, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning. They said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know because we got 130. I said I am. I'm gonna put it up there. Now one downvote is Liddell or Kansas. I'm not messing with it. But look who they said that the problem. We got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
He's attacking our whole nationality. So it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to me, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, oh, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I have wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides. But these was the ones that the Democrats had, and when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them on the street? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull.
Only can. Good morning, people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And here we are in the building. Good morning, good morning. Meat Freaks Barbecue, good morning. Concrete Jungle, how you doing? Cassandra Scott, how you doing, beloved? I ain't going nowhere. I wouldn't let you leave. Andre Holland, how you doing, good brother? The lovely Felicia Martinez, how you doing? There's somebody lying on me this morning. My nose itching. Terry Nixon, how you doing, beloved? We got the lovely Cassandra Scott in the building. We got Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. Shout out to my Gaddis clan. I know you going. The lovely Deborah Luna is in the building. The lovely Karen Malone is in the building. The lovely new one is in the building. Good morning to you, lovely ladies. Thank y'all for tapping in. What it do, Tony Terry in the building. We 4 days away from Judgment Day, good brother. We 4 days away. Championship, Tony Terry. The lovely Wanda Smith, how you doing? How you doing? The lovely Sandra Nichols Martin in the building. What's up, Unc? I see you. Chris Caleb, it is colder than I don't even want to say how cold it is in Flint. You know what I'm talking about? The Gaddis Lawn Care and Landscaping has touched down. The lovely Luana Terry. How you doing, beloved? We in the building this morning. How y'all doing? My phone. Let me do my phone. My phone up here tripping. How y'all doing this morning as we see Verizon is under attack? Verizon is under attack.
DDoS.
We are on. Hot damn it. We got it. I got a sponsor. Got a sponsor for the morning recall. Talk to me, Felicia Martinez. And you know the lovely Felicia Martinez is from New Jersey. By way of the East Coast, you heard. She said Mickey's Roll Call is sponsored by U.S. Congress, voting 51-50 against efforts to block 47 from more Venezuelan military action without Congress approval. Vance breaks tie elections and have consequences. Shaking my head. There it is. They against. Lord have mercy. First Lady Ashley Gaddis, how you doing? How you doing? Tasha Lynn, great morning to you. Great morning. Yeah, it's nasty here. It's nasty. Oh, I know the parking, but you know what? I'm gonna have some of the best parking you can get, Tony Terry, right from my living room. I'm gonna be looking right on the TV. Ain't gotta worry about nothing. Good morning. Pop Gaddis, good morning. That sounded like a little nasty cough right there, Trevor. You caught something?
No, coffee got stuck in my throat.
Okay. Weather good down there.
Meh. It's 45.
Okay, I see Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Great morning to all you beautiful people that came to tap in. I know what time it is. The lovely Sherry Allen has touched down. How you doing, beloved? How you doing? How you doing? Well, as y'all can see, we have made international news. Big Mama Gaddis. Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. We here. We finna huddle up. Cause what's today? Thursday?
Yep, Thursday the 15th.
Thirsty Thursday. You heard? Today is Thirsty Thursday. Go get a cocktail. And when you drink it, think of 810. Miss Eunice, good morning. Thank you for tapping in, beloved. Thank you for tapping in.
Or go buy yourself a cup of coffee because it's early.
You might up this way. You're gonna need a little something that can get the blood boiling right now. Cause you step outside, let me tell you something here. It's downright nasty cold.
Really hot coffee with chocolate.
I'm thinking up here. Sandra said she quit. The lovely Carolyn Hendricks is in the building. Hey, you know what? I do got to get this, man. Shout out to the volunteers at St. Mark's that was out there handing out people feeding, in the cold freeze. And I'm with you. God bless them. God bless them. And everybody that people, Okay, we see the Way of Jesus Christ live stream in the building. Thank you for tapping in. But anytime you're doing something for people, it's a blessing. We headed to some terrible times, family. We headed to some terrible times. So I'm going to do a little public service announcement right now. To anybody, if you got your insurance before it run out, go get your physical. Go get your teeth clean. Go get your teeth pulled. Go get whatever you can get. You don't want to have that little sucker rotting in there and you go out from a toothache. So go get that. Go get the physical. See how far you got to go before you go. I know some of y'all don't want to know if you got 7 months. Go find out. Ain't nothing wrong with finding out because maybe you can prevent it. I'm just saying what you need to do because it's finna be hard times in a minute. The lovely Linda children in the building. How you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in. I'm just saying right now, family, go get checked out. You don't want to come in here and got 90 days and it could have been prevented. Just saying, go find out because you can start doing the prevention when, get the prevention stage going. What's up, Georgia boy? Top of the morning. Maybe you want to do a little, we got to cut back on snacks. Me personally, I'm done with candy. I got to cut it loose because what I went through, family, I'm telling you, ain't nothing like having to go to an oral surgeon to get a tooth removed. Understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. Wait, Hill Gaddis, thank you for tapping in.
Last time I went to
everybody in the chat, we're gonna get it going. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Last time I went to a civilian oral surgeon, and they ripped my wisdom tooth out. They pulled up part of my fucking jawbone with it. Fun time.
Terrible. That's terrible. Constance, thank you for tapping. I'm just telling you, get it done. I'm just saying. Boy, I felt like mine's almost then they got broke when they was pulling it out. I was like, Lord have mercy. But I'm just saying, I'm here. I'm almost a week from that. I know it's going to take about 90 days to heal, but I'm here. But health is wealth. That's all I'm saying. Health is wealth. Only got one of them. I don't know what's on the other side. I ain't ready to walk the yellow brick roads, and I ain't looking for milk and honey. I'd rather get my milk and honey on this side. That's all I'm saying. If I got to go to witness heaven, I don't want it. I want my heaven now. I'm getting hell. I should ought to get heaven too. I'm just saying. That's just my humble opinion on how I look at things. Miss Beverly Biggs Levy, how you doing, beloved? How you doing?
There she is.
Ain't nothing wrong with a German chocolate cake. I'm not throwing no hints or nothing. I'm just saying. Ain't nothing wrong with
I thought you were done with candy.
I am.
Isn't chocolate candy?
I don't know. I got to figure that out. I don't know if you can classify a cake as candy.
Sure you can.
I don't know that. I'm not going to debate it. I'm just saying I don't know. I got to do my own research up on that. And I don't want to research it right now.
It sounds like
I'm going to research it after February. When I say February is the month for German chocolate, why would I say something like that? I don't know why. But never mind. When we get to there, we'll get to there, family. What's up, Marcia Tarver? Thank you for tapping in. Cake and Candace is two different things. Ain't that something? Candace that popped up. What y'all know about Riri?
Mm-hmm.
What Candace?
Oh, Cake and Candace. Oh.
Well, I guess we're going to talk about Candace then, because Cake, we'll talk about Cake in February.
Candace is
the first week of it. Other than that, we ain't worry about all of that. When we get to that time, we'll get to that time. Oh, it's Big Mama Gaddis' birthday. Happy birthday, Big Mama Gaddis. I don't know how I missed that. But that's why I will be, as y'all see, I still gonna be in that gym because you got to get in shape to be able to eat a German chocolate cake. So I'm gonna work all of this month to when I can sit down and eat a cake. But we're gonna worry about that cake when we get there. Fam, we're gonna worry about that one. Lanita Murray, thank you for tapping in. Thank you. I'm waiting on y'all to come on in. Thank you for tapping in. Big Mama, you 90 years old? Well, happy birthday. Another 90. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let's push for another 90. Shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, I'm gonna lower my stress. I ain't tripping off of nothing no more. It is what it is. I don't even care no more. I don't trip off of nothing. I just try to, we got to flow with it. Because that's why I ain't even mad when I hit this off right here, y'all. I had to break this down because I didn't get to talk about it yesterday. I'm going to go through it a little. That's why I said I made national news today. But shout out to our President Trump. Maybe you don't like him, but I don't know what person, and let somebody talk.
President Trump making a couple of stops in Metro Detroit today. One was at Motor City Casino where protesters were waiting. Detroit police arresting two of them for disobeying orders. Inside, the president addressed the Detroit Economic Club. He touted his tariffs as a positive for the auto industry, a policy Democrats say has brought too much uncertainty.
One of the biggest reasons for this unbelievable success has been our historic use of tariffs. Now, it's tariffs that are making money for Michigan, and the entire country is stronger and safer and richer than ever before.
Quite frankly, the supplier industry is significantly hurt by the tariffs. Who's paying them? Vehicles are more expensive than they've been. I want to work with everybody to have a strong auto industry. Manufacturing is the backbone of the American economy, and we need to keep it strong. We've got to stop making them a ping pong ball.
The president also took a tour of Ford's Rouge complex, where he got into a tense exchange with a worker inside the facility. In video obtained by TMZ, a worker on a floor below Trump can be heard shouting something that included the words, quote, pedophile protector. Apparently, of course, in reference to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and the delayed, heavily redacted release of the Epstein files. Well, the president is then seen pointing down at the worker, either mouthing or yelling the F word and the word you. and then giving the middle finger. Now, TMZ says the White House communications director sent them a response which reads, quote, "A lunatic was wildly screaming expletives in a complete fit of rage, and the president gave an appropriate and unambiguous response," end quote. In a statement, a Ford Motor Company spokesperson said, quote, "One of our core values is respect, and we don't condone anyone saying anything inappropriate like that within our facilities. When that happens, we have a process to deal with it, but we don't get into specific personnel matters."
Well, it wasn't all bad.
Hmm.
It wasn't all bad. He just, what's up, shooting the shit, T, my fellow 740 and in the building. How you doing, beloved? I mean, good morning, new one. How you doing? How you doing? Was he wrong for the way he responded?
Nah, you yell some shit at me, you're gonna get a response. What? I don't get this. Other presidents, for whatever reason, would have smiled or go talk to him. He did. He took care of it himself. Flip him back off and say "fuck you" too. Okay.
Good morning, Debbie Clark, on half of the Wonder Twins. And then it says the person using explicit wording was Trump, not the person. And that's how it was. I think, like I say, I don't know because I know anybody. I'm gonna just say this. Like, I'm not defending what he said when a person call you something, because basically, it was him being called out for not putting everything out about the Epstein files that he did run on. He said he was going to put out there. And look how you got the Clintons thumbing their nose to not coming in to do their bid. I mean, not do their bid, but testify or be, not testify.
Testify before Congress.
Yeah, they not coming in. What would make them not want to come in?
Mm-hmm. But
good morning, Michelle Smith,
there's
AKA Ann and her husband.
Motion on the House floor to hold them in contempt, or to hold Bill in contempt, more specifically. But I doubt anything is going to come of that, honestly.
Yeah, because there's too many people. I mean, to me, it's like it's selective politicking again. You just picked him out of all of it. It was nobody else up in there that they could have went and grabbed, or we just gonna pick out. I mean, I get them. Yeah, I mean, hey, Chris Kayla, I agree with you. Trump did see when what was Stormy Daniels? He called her. What did he say her face look like?
Stormy Daniels, God.
Let me see. But my thing is, I don't know where they came from, where they get this new thing, get all this presidential, this and that. I'm knowing them people are human. They gonna use words. They gonna do things. But I get what you're saying. Like May said, you gotta have thick skin. But I don't know nobody who gonna let somebody, only one person we seen take it. I'm gonna be honest, and I didn't like it. When Obama what was the governor of Arizona put her finger in his face, and what was the other guy when he was when he was doing the State of the Union? You know what I'm saying? We only seen one that will go ahead and take it. I couldn't have, you know what I'm saying? I would have probably wanted to he paid for it because he lost his job. My man has said it, because even though with them raising $300,000, listen, man, you lose your job, you losing your health benefits and all that type of stuff.
I mean, you can expect that sort of treatment anywhere you go. If, say, I worked at Amazon still, a guest comes in, let's not even say president, just a guest, some rich dude comes in, and I start yelling at him. I'm being removed from my job. My job's going to see it as an embarrassment and get rid of the embarrassment. Did he just expect that wouldn't happen?
No, he didn't lose his job. Okay, he just suspended.
Okay, suspension, yeah.
So he made
negative repercussions happening. Like, did you expect that wouldn't happen?
We figured that out. I was asking Zachary. I just asked, we got fired? He's a UAW. Okay, But he still made. It's like, let me see. I didn't see where he lost his job. I read that they raised 600. Oh, he got over $500,000. Listen, I wouldn't have. No, I was asking, did he lose his job? Okay, the UAW and the team. Thank y'all for clarifying that for me. I was asking. I didn't say definite. I was asking. But to make dinner, he can close to me. He got over $500,000 right now. But and I do agree with y'all. What happened to freedom of speech? There ain't no such thing as freedom of speech. You say the wrong stuff. Even if I come up on here and say the wrong stuff, it would be the end of this channel.
I mean,
So it's not no freedom.
It's Michigan. It's a right to work state, which once again, is such a strange name for the state, because they can just fire you for whatever reason. They don't need cause, right? So you act out like that at the workplace in Michigan, make your employer look bad. They can fire you. Now, will the UAW prevent that? Possibly. Good chance. But it's still something that can happen. You might want to go to a state that has for cause dismissals. But
I agree with you. I seen employees cussing. I done seen employees cut up at work. Let me tell you something. What's up, Philip Johnson? Good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I done seen working in the school when I'm teaching. I ain't trying to be funny because it's serious. I don't want teachers to take this, but when they be what is it called? Damn, I forgot. When they be when they come in and I'm forgetting it. I'm forgetting damn, what is the word when they be doing them teachers? Because you can get suspended when they be coming in your evaluation. When them teachers be having to do their evaluations, man, them teachers be, because sometimes you can get a person who come in and do it and don't even like you. What's up, Lee King? Thank you for tapping in. So, Mickey, those are you? No, that's why I was asking. I said did. I didn't say that. Let me get that.
They probably are union employees if it's a Ford plant.
Yeah, no, I didn't say. Okay, yeah, they said no, the plants are covered by the union and have contract with Ford regardless of Michigan being in their right to work state. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I never said. I was asking, did he? Because right now, as you seeing, like, I was watching some of the hey, Lydia McNeely, you may be onto something, but I'm just saying, when I was in there and when they was trying to do their teacher evaluations, I could talk about it because I ain't been in it. Man, them teachers used to be stressed out. You know what I'm saying? And but it's like any other job. What's up, Miss Buford? Thank you for tapping in. Oh, okay. No, Miss Buford said Michigan is not a right to work state. That ended last year. Okay. Right to work means you don't have to join the union or pay union dues, but still must be represented. Thank you for the educational, Zachary. But I never said, I'm just saying, let me get it right. I never said I was asking. But thank you. It says 360-degree analyst review includes information from coworkers. Let me see. There's politics where teachers have gone at each other like pecking order environment. I'm telling you, I was up in there, man, when them teachers used to be, they would be going through their thing about it, like he finna do, or this individual finna do my evaluation. What's up, Sweet Cupcake on break? Thank you for tapping in. But you see the politics of it too. Like if a person dislike you, man, you hurt. Let me see what Constance said. In Dallas, I will call Trump a predator and pedophile and can tell him fuck. Oh, tell him F back. Okay. I mean, it all depends. We don't know what type of deals person doing. They probably just listen. I was listening to what they was talking about Trump, as far as the stuff that went down in Venezuela, saying like I guess some of the oil people or whatever, how they ain't want to go mess with it, and you know what I'm saying. Right now, all the oil that we done went ahead and took, and it's like, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna have to go back where you're gonna have to put boots on the ground for them to go back and build back up that infrastructure. And I guess a lot of people don't want to mess with it right now. I guess it's not paying off like how he wanted it to pay off on what's going on. So a new one. I agree with you, but I'm just saying you had some people in there that was I seen teachers be breaking down, crying when it was come time. Then when the ones who did get through their evaluations and they knew they was good, that's why I was like asking what happened to tenure. I thought, your teacher, your tenure. I didn't know you had to keep going through that. You can get one bad eval and be sitting down for a whole year and have to wait to come back. Let me see what it says. What Sherry said. Trump disrespect people anytime he wants to. That worker shit. He ain't been fired. I think he just been suspended. As we got that clear, he ain't been fired, Sherry. I'm coming of a president of the USA to make a derogatory gesture with his fingers towards a citizen. Is it true? I mean, he as the video I played, he done that, but I don't know how many people. But I get what y'all saying. But me, I don't put nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't put nobody like saying they're not gonna say nothing when they don't cuss, they don't do this. Because you can go, like I say, we can go back to George Washington. Go back. You can go back. I mean, how some of them was getting busy back in their day in Congress. They would go out and have duels. And where they talked about people, just go back when look what was it Adams or Franklin? Was it Andrew Jackson? Which one of their mothers? Somebody mother, man, they had talked terrible about each other when they was running for this stuff. So this ain't nothing new. I think when they put that stigma saying, this person, this presidential, we get that. To me, it's that idol worshiping. We thinking you get in these seats, these are perfect men. No, go back and look. To me, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing new. That's what I'm saying. It's like, would I expect him to be acting no different? No, I expect him even when people. I expect him. He the type you go at him, he gonna shoot it back at you. Just think about it when we was watching the presidential, the Republican debates when he was going in. When they said stuff to him, he said it back. I just don't get it, like how people can be offended when people was calling Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. That's my only thing. If you can diss the former president, he should be able to take it when people dissing him. And I mean, if you do get it, listen, we got to throw them all that the moral standard out the window, because it ain't been no moral standard, in my humble opinion. I mean, Miss Eunice, we do. You would expect that, but in reality, that ain't how that is. That's that. You would think you were supposed to be over to brush it off, but everybody not gonna brush it off. So I mean, I just get it. People right now, they not liking it. Let me see. Not one person exempt from the punishment of the Creator, especially when the punishment is for violating it. To me, what's up, Otis in the building? Otis Johnson. My thing is, Ron Uncut, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning to my brothers that done tapped in. My big thing is with it, Michael Cooley in the building. Let's leave Davina alone. Davina putting pressure on the city of Michael Cooley. I just think with us, we have to be honest. You know what I'm saying? We can say you gotta have decorum and all of that, but look at the laws that's been passed. We acting like this is some. You know what I'm saying? These people look at stuff has been put down. We got chemtrails. You know what I'm saying? If you believing in that, we got fires, the reprocessed foods. I'm thinking. I just saw somewhere where they put deli ham, as allegedly. I'm gonna take everything, but like somebody deli ham, like they saying, reprocessed food is not good for you. I'm sold in all stores. Delis in all stores. So I mean, Just even when you go back to the Campbell soup individual, what went down? How many soups of Campbell people bought? What Mark Hutchinson said, I'm sorry, but a president cannot show that kind of emotion. The president has high-level negotiations to conduct. Now his counterpart know his weakness. That is why the president can't do that. Well, let's be honest. I don't know if you pick one like that who can be, can keep his composure. Hey, look. If you really believe Zachary, I agree with you 1,000%. I listen. Family grew up in it. I can believe you what goes on in the auto factory. I can believe what goes on like jobs. Period. How people talk. That ain't nothing new. I'm just saying why he should have been able to take it, but he's not that type of individual. If you say something, you got people like that. If you say something to me, I'm gonna say something back. Me, sometimes if it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it depends on what it is. But the president did come out and say he was gonna he was gonna put out the Epstein files. This what he ran on. Him saying the retracted, this ain't nothing new. Hey, listen, T, I agree with you. She said, why be upset at the back and forth with Iden Carroll if it's okay for the president to act the same way? You know what? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This what I'm saying. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we got caught up until like, oh, politicians, they don't talk like this. Yes, they do. We act like politicians don't get high. Yes, they do. We act like they don't cheat. Yes, they do. They do everything they regular people. They have the title. It's nothing different. You know what I'm saying? To me, they some of the worstest, to be honest with you. Politicians are some of the worst people. In my humble opinion. Not all, but enough of them. And I'm going to be honest, enough of them is. Grand Rising, cousin. Thank you for tapping in. And lovely Maria Carter's in the building. It said there's been people on the mess longer than the governor has been around. Yeah. See, again, fictional, but like with The Godfather, Sonny was a bad dime because he was emotional. Facts. Michael knew how to run the family like his father by calculating things out and not reacting off emotion. But this ain't what we got. And you can see, you know what I'm saying? You could bring that. Just to give you an example. How many times do y'all see this current mayor be off his rocker? People be throwing all type of stuff at him. We come on here. Who we see be emotional on council? You see Liddell get emotional. Leon finally broke where he's starting to act out. He getting emotional on there. Candace be emotional. You know, Judy was emotional. She got so mad because I talked about it only when I saw her feet. She got mad and threw her feet up on the table. Me, I wouldn't have paid no attention to what you said. How many times 21 and took shots? I don't be paying attention because I know a lot of this stuff be lies. I just come back with the truth. I agree with you. Listen. I agree with you, new one. I agree with you all the way to the facts. That's why he able to get away with what he doing. What Zachary said, Oklahoma, LA, Texas, all right to work states. I worked in GM, UAW. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's what it do. Listen, Do you think for 1 second that this worker isn't on Trump's radar now? Hell, Secret Service had his background ran before Trump got on this plane. This is far from over for this guy. See what Ron Haywood, you see what Ron said? It's far from over. Now, you can't be thin-skinned, but when you in power, you can play games. Because then Obama knocked down a couple 4-star generals, or 5-star, if I'm not mistaken.
We haven't had 5 stars in years, dude.
Oh, it's 4 stars he knocked down?
A couple 4s, multiple 3s, 2s, and 1s.
Hey, when you play, this is what happened. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hey, Denise, I agree with that. They had to flex back. I agree with you.
I don't think it really much matters for Trump anyway. He's not running for an office this year.
Nah, he good. He just trying to make sure he keep that Senate in the House. He don't want to lose both, or really want to lose one.
Yeah.
What it say? Yep, Trump stuff. Well, family, I hate to say it. Well, we did that one because we're gonna get to this, but we still in here. I see we going to Iran.
Looks like it.
But what's the purpose for going to Iran? Like,
I mean, so Iran is typically against the U.S. Removing a leader from there or just putting in a new regime, it could be unstable as hell. But to a lot of folks, especially in the military circles, it comes out as a positive. It's one less ally for Russia, China, North Korea. Because it's usually Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran that's opposing U.S. actions, whatever they may be, wherever they may be.
And I see what you're saying, new one saying BB told him to go. Okay, Stark. What's the question? To me, I just feel like he's taking us like we on the verge because I'm starting to see a lot of other countries were saying they was not going to let the United States use their airspace. What was it? United Emirates,
UAE, United Arab Emirates. Yep.
It was another. It wasn't just them. I think it was some other countries saying they're not going to Jordan. He said, "We the people suffer the backlash to steal their resources." I don't think it's gonna be big time. I don't think the United States. I don't think.
I think we learned our lesson last time we took a trip to the Middle East. If we do anything, it's just short and sweet, and I don't think we're putting any troops anywhere. Just like we didn't with Venezuela. If anything, it'd be short strikes, and more than likely arming rebellions.
And I do, but this the thing, when you do that, I think you're going to make the leader there even, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, Ayatollah Khomeini.
Yes, it is the Ayatollah.
So if you go,
that has that title.
Yeah, and when they had the Shah, but that's when they installed the Shah, because from what I was looking at last night, they were saying they got the Shah son, they're going to want to go back and install back over there. But you coming over there trying to destroy some stuff, all you're gonna do is make Ayatollah Khomeini. You're gonna unite the people against what's going on, and I don't think that would be. But
it seems to be a pretty popular uprising right now going on over there.
And you see Zachary Harrison, coastal states, heads up. You are in the target. I don't know. I don't know why he would. I don't know what he said. He came in to stop 8 wars. It seemed like he started more wars.
Yes, we have 2,000 troops compared to surge times when we had hundreds of thousands there. We also have troops literally in 130 other countries right now, just stationed in random bases. I fail to see the point.
I just feel like when they do, eventually you're gonna have to go boots on the ground. You can to me, but it was a thing that if you go back when was it Junior, when Junior went up in there, because I forgot. I did play it for y'all, but I remember they flagged me on that. I ain't gonna play one of it, but you can go on YouTube, go look up General Wesley Clark when he said that when they wanted to go over to the Middle East and what they planned, how they was gonna take over. My thing is, I don't get it where they, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Venezuela situation, you're not done. You still gonna have to put boots on the ground from listening to the, like you did say, that was all our old equipment over there that they let to run down, that they're gonna have to come back and build the infrastructure up. But what it is, some of the people knowing they don't want to have to fight a guerrilla warfare, meaning they take their stuff over there and they might end up coming with a name calling insurgents, but we're going to just say that the natives that's there, they're going to probably be sabotaging their equipment. And that's what, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to guarantee me some troops. You know, there's so much stuff you're going to have to do. And some of them don't really want to mess with that right now because they don't know how to go. But you're going to have to go put boots on the ground.
Honestly, I think Venezuela is going to guarantee American workers safety if we even send American workers there.
That's to be seen. I'm not saying they don't want, probably will, but you still got some of the big oil people, like they want to make sure because they don't want to go through there and they be having little, you know, things going on. They don't want to jeopardize their people. And I understand that aspect of it. Can you guarantee safety? Or is we going to be having, as you say, little skirmishes here and there? And that's what I think is going to be like a problem. Because you still, Trump want to insert the person, well, the person that he did want to insert, I guess she going to give a Nobel Peace Prize to him. The people not behind her. Because they still got that, what is it called? The lady who they got, the Batista regime, I guess that's what they follow. Not Batista, what is it called? The party. I forgot the party. They still with the lady that's who is the current president right now.
Mm-hmm.
The people behind her. The people behind the people that the United States wanted to insert. And then Trump did want to insert the one, but he ain't backing her no more. So
I mean, that just sounds like negotiation. Hey, I've already got your replacement lined up. You're gonna act right.
yeah, but the people don't want the replacement that they picking. They still behind. So she ain't even got the people behind her. And you don't want to constantly keep having she be in for a minute, it'd be a coup, she get knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Do you really want to go through that where you break it back down to it's a civil war? I don't think would you think destabilizing it would be a good thing for America?
Honestly, Mick, I don't know.
Well,
Just be 100% with you, because having it like it was before wasn't helping America neither.
was it hurting it?
Selling oil to our enemies at fucking under market price against sanctions, against international sanctions. Yeah. So, yeah. Philip, let's be 100% honest here. You wouldn't qualify for a draft anyway. You don't have to worry about filing.
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: when they need boots on the ground, they probably ain't gonna let people just out. But with me personally, we don't know when it get funky with it to do. Like I hear some people say, "No, it won't be a draft." You don't know if it come down to it. All we can do is speculate. We don't know how, and say it won't. I'm pretty sure when it was a draft, people didn't think a draft was coming. It depends on how far the whoever in charge, this president or the one after. But look at Iraq. Okay, Zachary said there aren't too many true American oil companies. Most are owned by other countries. So that's what Trump doing. He going to take them back?
No. No, there'd be pressure on the stock market, and he'd be dragging them through the mud if he was trying to do that.
Then
I think he's just trying to get oil onto the U.S. market so we can either hold it or sell it.
I mean, so it ain't got nothing to do with them going off the U.S. dollar.
That treaty ended, what, 2024? It had the sunset date.
To me personally, the way this thing is going to go, to me, like I said, if going into Iran, I don't think going to Iran, if you saying, going there, because what is our purpose going to Iran? We got it with Venezuela. You say Venezuela because selling oil to our enemies. What's the purpose of going in Iran now?
I said earlier that would remove a leadership, a country from constantly opposing us. Right or wrong, it's the idea. You replace the Ayatollah, or you just have him overthrown, and the country's too weak to really oppose the United States. Even if they do it vocally, it doesn't really matter anymore. Their government would be weaker. Their allies would look at them as they're weaker. That's just what it'd do.
But to me, I think you're going to destabilize the Middle East. And that's
Middle East is already destabilized.
Because who helping destabilize it?
Okay.
Yeah, but this ain't gonna, more war don't make it better. That's my thing. More war not gonna make it better. And I see what you're saying. Chris Caleb said America sold jets to Iran.
Yes, we did. And their last F-14s were shot down by Israel a couple months ago.
I just think it's not going. My personal opinion is just me. You take it for what it is. I don't think that's going to turn out good. Like just we steady having wars. Because just think about it. Iraq, Afghanistan. Like people get. I don't know. Maybe the people in power in the position that can cause wars and stuff. I don't think they understand that. Your citizens will get war fatigue. They keep forgetting Vietnam. They forgetting Iraq. Like you will get fatigued when you start seeing.
If we were going to invade Iran right now, I'd be seeing a lot of my old friends who are now in leadership positions either disappearing from the internet for OPSEC, or I'd be seeing them posting, moving up ahead, just like they were allowed to do with Operation Desert Shield. Yeah, we're going here to prevent this or prevent that or to get ready for this. None of them started moving. If anything happens in Iran, it's going to be literally airstrikes and missile strikes and left alone. Possibly dropping off supplies for the people who are, I don't want to call them rioting or rebelling, but for the protesters. That's more than likely the absolute most that'll happen.
Well, let's see. Give it time. We'll find out if it's well. I believe a lot of people. Give it time. We'll see. Let's see how it's gonna go, because I do think that's gonna cause a domino effect. I do believe it's gonna cause a domino effect. That's gonna.
Last night, Iran closed its airspace for several hours. Only 2 planes had the legal right to fly over Iran from their government. I believe one of them was flying north toward Russia. It was a civilian airliner. The United States evacuated non-essential personnel from Qatar and a couple other bases around the area. I think one of them was in Djibouti. We got rid of non-essential personnel, flew them out, as well as withdrew civilian government personnel from places like Israel, Jordan, and a few other countries. In response, Iran closed its airspace, got its forces up to readiness, whatever readiness we can say they have.
Mm.
And the USS Abraham Lincoln started moving from the South China Sea toward the Persian Gulf. The trip will take about 10 days.
Mm-mm. Well, when we get there, we get there. Eventually, we'll get there. I'm just saying he give himself a credit for a lot of wars. He said he's stopping, but he's starting a lot of shit since he been back in.
Mhm.
I mean, I still, I'm just telling you. To me personally, he want Greenland. It's like Trump is being a dictator. I don't care what nobody say, but all of them to me have some dictator about them. All of them have done it. And you're right. That's what the people voted for, just to go in another country. But see, I don't put it no different than what I seen. Like, this is nothing different. Good morning, Jennifer. It's no different when you go take. Like I said, they acted like Maduro. Cause I can't get that off my, and it ain't, and I, like I said, it's what they did, but it's no different. When I done seen them come snatches out our cribs, not me literally, but snatch people out of their cribs, put political prisoners in jail. This ain't nothing new. We got people sitting right now. Just go look at the Black Panther Party. People who doing 30, they're dying in jail because they was wanting to educate their people and wake them up. What we mean woke to this nonsense. So, but you go take another man from his country, bring him in your country, lock him up, some charges that y'all had. Didn't Trump say they had trumped up charges on him? He didn't like it. When he said what they was charging him with. Just tell me this. Did Maduro commit crimes in America?
I'd have to ask the fucking attorney general or head prosecutor in New York where charges were filed. Honestly, I don't think he's been to America, but
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How you gonna this how wicked, but this ain't nothing. This is but this is the system that we didn't deal with. Now they've starting to realize. But look at Noriega. They did Noriega the same way. This is nothing new. That's why I know a lot of people is took back by it. I know that man shook. He like, I ain't been on U.S. soil. Y'all done brought me here, put me in y'all jails, and tell me this when I got to go to y'all judges. Man, this is, I'm telling you, if the system ain't here, it's diabolical. You tell me what it is. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like, but I get it. I didn't watch the other, like, I seen political prisoners. Like, you mean to tell me, for me trying to educate you, make you aware of how you getting did wrong, I can lock you up. Noriega, we you was in bed with us. Look at Saddam Hussein. We was with you till we wasn't with you.
Mm-hmm. Once again, in politics, there are no friends, only interest.
But that politics when I got my own country.
Geopolitics.
And look at Egypt president, how they did him, Mubarak, if I'm not saying. He was with the president then in 80 years. Then when he down there on his way out, you want to arrest him. Like, but listen, man, this is some of the most gangsters. And I went up on the Trump watch when that went down. Facts. We was just at the county when we was going to them things. People still waiting, been in jail. But this is, listen, this why.
No, that's cool, Carl. I don't know why you tune in, but that's cool.
It says, where's the $2,000 he said the Americans was going to receive? You know where it said. He said he forgot. That's why I was saying, like Trump. It said BlackRock, all you need to know. I'm just saying, it's just scandalous. It's scandalous. You have to sit back and just like how it is. Listen, just think about here. Since we gave you, Well, let me see. It's new for them. We are okay. Let me put it up here with shooting the T-shirt. It's new for them. We are used to it. A lot of people didn't care when it was the Black Panther Party, etc. So don't be upset when we sit this one out. No, I get it. That's why I listen. What I seen about, don't get me wrong, when I'm seeing people, how ICE coming in and they snatching people up. Listen, this was no different than when the police, we called them the jump off boys back, and from what I'm hearing, they still call it that when they coming out here. But what do you expect how people to act? But this is what was going on. That's what I said with the dude Keith, and I forgot the brother name. Damn, really, it's starting to get airplay now. But how he got did. But like I said, and I'm not trying to justify it. Don't get it twisted. I don't justify nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't justify it. What happened to the young lady was wrong. But when you allow people and you don't check them, just understand what the George Floyd, if they could have passed that bill. Like, I'm really upset when I'm hearing the police, they speaking out on what the ICE people did. I'm like, damn, how y'all y'all mad at them? But what was y'all speaking out when this happened to I can't think this Castile, when it happened to Eric Gardner, when it happened to George Floyd? I seen people, he was on drugs, he was on this. No, it was the drugs that killed him. Sandra Bland. It's always an excuse, but you didn't want to check. You didn't want to check how the police was being using more extra force. Then nobody. You can go listen. We got movies. You got documentation, and it's cold blooded on how they did. Just think about how the police killed. What's the Black Panther leader down in Chicago? Was it Fred Hampton? Killed him in his sleep. This is what the police did. Go back, look at J. Edgar Hoover. I'm just saying, when you go, look how they did COINTELPRO on the black activists. Now, I can understand why activists now be selling out. They seen their predecessors. They seen if you really go fight what have happened. They seen it. Don't nobody want to get locked up. The most political thing I've seen is when the white lady pretended to be black and was president of the NAACP. Yeah, you talk about Rachel Dolezal. That was crazy. Let me see what this is. Since 1820, when police was created, what they came from has not changed. Okay, Fred Hampton. So I did get it right. Fred Hampton and Mark Clark. Let me see what Alan said. The national media spread the lie across the nation. They create fear, they create chaos, try to hide their hands, but their fingerprints is found in every diabolical setup across this earth. Facts. They said that's what John Sinclair and the White Panthers went after. Infiltration and invasion of privacy by police and government. But to me, it's just what you seeing is listen, go watch Gangs in New York. I'm telling you, I would love to play it. I just don't want to get no strikes. Go watch Gangs in New York and you will see. But my thing is, we're not going to fix this problem because to me, both parties have played that you're going at the wrong people. When you going to start going after the corporations who wanted to hire, the people who wanted to come here and work, who came here? Go after them corporations. Go after your Congress people who will sit up there and think $7, then they're being like that for, minimum wage keeper. Go after them. Go after them who want to go get cheap labor. See, until we go after the corporations, you ain't gonna never stop. They're gonna find cheap labor. This is nothing new. But just they know where to go. Even where they, like I said, even where they brought them to, I get it. It's no way. It's a good way how you go round up people, but how was you expecting the people to go about it when you got some of the rhetoric that's coming out of the and like I said, and they was calling Obama deporter in chief. When he was going out there, was calling him the deporter in chief. How did it get so bad now? And like I said, if he was sending them home, what administration did it explode up under?
That would be the Biden administration.
Chris, I agree with you. And Alan, I'm with you. Facts, big corporations behind 98% of wars America fights in. Let me see what Sherry said. That's a damn good question. It says, have there been any evidence that sending ICE and other agencies is effective in eliminating illegal immigrants? It seems like those agencies just came to create chaos for the people. So you find out what administration it came up under? The explosion?
No, I looked something else up. Give me a second.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I remember Biden telling the blacks, hey, you got to get with the Latino community. I remember that when he was on there talking with Al Sharpton and all and all. So who at fault?
While different administrations saw fluctuating numbers, data suggests substantial growth in the unauthorized immigrant population under both the Obama administration early years and George W. Bush and the Biden administration, with some sources indicating record highs in the total unauthorized population under Biden, while others highlight high entry rates under Trump and Obama. The growth patterns may vary significantly by period and focus, but significant increases were noted from the 2000s through the mid-2010s, Obama and Bush, and again recently with high encounters under Biden.
Up under Biden. Well, it said, can we be more specific in what you mean by illegal? That's been continuing misinterpretation about whether we're just talking about the lack of INS process or about actual criminal action.
Not in the country illegally, as in you didn't declare yourself entering and you are not authorized to stay as a permanent resident or gaining your citizenship. There's an actual U.S. code for that.
Okay, because facts, Chris, because he said because they've been getting lumped together, and that's incorrect. Put us on the right path, Philip Johnson, because that's what I'm trying to figure out. So they said, I mean, and then you got, what is it, the southern border?
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, how was you going to build a wall? Could you build a wall on the southern border?
You could.
How could you? I'm just saying, how were they going to build a wall that would stop them? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So majority of the people that come through from the southern border, there's jumping the wall, which I've seen personally done once or twice. Then other areas, there's just nothing. You can just walk across. And then some areas, they've used acetylene torches, cut it, and then put hinges on it, and they can just walk through.
So building the wall is not going to stop it.
Well, the current U.S. border wall is more of a fucking metal slat fence.
God, you got to be. So that's what that money was spent for, just to, and they still walked around.
No, that's been there since the early 90s.
What was the wall Trump built?
It didn't get majority built. Congress took the funding. Congress took the funding, and then part of the last administration was selling off pieces of the wall. They'd put it up, just take it right back down and sell it.
Okay, Chris Caleb said, my bad. Chris Caleb said, it will cost billions of dollars to do that. They be tunneling to the United States.
Not all the time, but yes, When I lived in Douglas, there were several tunnels found, and they're filled with concrete.
Okay, let me see. Philip said a lot of people use illegal as a talking point and aren't saying it right. It's intentional. Okay, what will we call it? He said, let me see. Zachary said, hell, you can walk across the street from Mexico to El Paso, and El Paso, one of the safest cities in the USA. So let me see what Shooting the T said. Call a spade a spade. Trump is okay with immigration as long as they come from Sweden, Norway, or Denmark. His words, not mine. Let me see. Clark said, now they're selling pizzas at the wall. That shit was trash bad because they knew they couldn't finish the wall. That was BS. Wow.
When I just say, under the Biden administration, they're selling pieces of the wall.
My thing is like him, the way they going about it. Look, he got 4 years. What, he got 3 more years, and then if he don't try to go for a third, because he be throwing it out there every blue moon, you know. But I'm hoping the Constitution don't allow it. But I'm thinking the stuff that he did and the people that he brought in, to me, he didn't put a stain on that presidency, because you cannot, if you see some of the rhetoric Stephen Miller has said, if you've seen even some of the stuff, the people that he didn't put, I can't, the head Seth, I want to say his name wrong, some of the rhetoric that has been coming out, I like it, to be honest with you, because I like to know how a person really feel. I don't want nobody to be, you know what I'm saying, I want to know your true feelings. I don't want you to be smiling in my face, and when you go home, you call me a darkie. I'd rather to know how you feel about me off the dribble. And to me, I do love Trump, and brought out a lot of the, even though a lot of the nonsense, but I'm glad to know where we stand at. I just feel like, have some compassion, that's just me, that some of the stuff that people going through, even like I say, with this ICE situation, ICE making too many mistakes, in my humble opinion, for them not to be called to the carpet. But on top of that, let me see what Alan said. What about the Ukrainians that's not citizens that was flown in by our tax dollars? It's a picking and choosing thing, Alan. That's all I can tell you. It's a pick and choose thing. I just feel,
according to their new defense ministry top dog, there have been over 2 million draft dodgers in Ukraine. A lot of them are here. They need to go back. How are you going to ask for our money and our support if you're not going to fight for yourself? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm looking at Zachary. Okay, he said why a wall at the southern border and not the northern border? Color of the people.
Because more people come in via the southern border. We have more neighbors going through down south than we do up north. Canada's only got a population of 10 million, whereas if you look at from Mexico all the way down to the south of Chile, where people are coming up from, there's hundreds of millions of people.
Okay, Chris Caleb says, so what has Trump done that regular American people has directly benefited from? Okay, here we is, said exactly. There's more people coming from and here we is, agree with you, said more people coming in from the southern border.
I mean, honestly, if you take a look at a population map of Canada, it's like the lower quarter of it is populated. The rest is literally Arctic tundra. There's a few people living up there. I think they're batshit insane. I don't know how you're going to live in a frozen wonderland like that, but you do you. Whereas majority of people are more spread out south of the U.S. border.
But to be honest with you, it depends. You know, I ain't seen what Trump done. I'm gonna be honest with you, Chris. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been looking back. I seen that he done created more debt for the country. Now, I'm just going by when people brought the debt has gone up. But I thought Republicans was fiscal responsibility. That has went out the window. But what I have seen them do from them breaking it down, the Republican has took more from the middle class and the poor. It's been a transfer of wealth. And I don't think nobody really want to be honest with that. The transfer of wealth that we keep steady seeing going down. And then it was some like fires them Biden created good debt. Shit, to be honest with you, the first one, what was his junior, George W. Bush. Now, if you go back and watch when him and Kerry was running, he put it out there, said you done spent way more money up from George Washington up into him far as much money he spent. The money we spent over there in the Middle East was diabolical. But I thought when we posted captures their resources, you took the oil, that your money, the American money would go up. How is we getting back into more debt is what I'm trying to figure out. Is it really the eggs and gas went down? Because gas back up to $3 up here.
I'm down to 260 something.
Oh, okay.
Way longer with Canada, yes, but way less population and way less people crossing it.
But it's still a way you can get through here, though. Facts.
That and a lot of Canadians don't want to come here anyway.
No, they don't like how, But Trump talking about taking Canada, too.
No, he's been talking about that.
That's what I'm saying.
Remember when he was calling Prime Minister Trudeau Governor Trudeau? He trolled that man out of office.
But that's what I'm saying. And but he's saying Trump is really wilding. He wilding. And he taking this country like this. No, he is, because he taking.
I haven't noticed a difference between Trump, the previous Trump.
You haven't noticed?
Previous guy.
Oh, you ain't noticed
In
nothing.
terms of much of my daily life, no.
Okay, you said you ain't noticed nothing different. Well, I'm gonna point out a couple of differences you might didn't notice. So, will Biden? I don't know. Has Biden responded? But I'll go with Obama. Fuck it. Well, I'll go with Obama. As far as how he talked to people. Did you think Obama would have called Stormy Daniels a horse face, something like that?
Probably not, but I'm trying to figure out how that is an effect
I'm
my
just
daily life.
No, but you saying to you ain't seen.
I haven't noticed anything in my daily life as a difference between any of them.
Okay.
Well, how is calling Stormy Daniels a horse face going to affect my daily life?
Okay. What about when the governor from Arizona, when she came and pointed up in his face? You didn't see that as disrespectful or nothing?
Either side's always going to disrespect a president on the other side.
No, I'm just saying when walking up, but I'm saying, we seeing how different ones handle it. He didn't flip out. He took it. Trump, now you going to do business on a national scale, you know what I'm saying, when you got to go cut deals. Like they say, Trump was talking about these tariffs and stuff, about how the country was going to be making money. And we seen what said, they was touting that, America made $500 billion or something, if I'm not mistaken. But they saying but he steady adding debt. So which one is it? I'm just saying, is we making money or is he adding more debt? Because you're saying they not, you can't tell no difference. I'm just saying, one showing that probably up under pressure, you know what I'm saying? If you say certain things, he not gonna, he wouldn't get mad. You got another one, if you say something to him, he might come invade your country.
I haven't seen us invade a country, but okay.
Okay, I got you. What'd you say, Phil? Hold on, my bad. Oh, hold on, my bad. I saw. Go ahead, Trevor. I was looking at something reading.
My groceries about the same as they have been. My gas prices have gone up, then gone down, and gone up again. So that's about the same. My day-to-day life, wake up, go do whatever I want to do. I haven't found too many impediments to that. All I'm saying is my daily life has not changed under these folks. The only changes that have happened are changes that I willfully made, leaving the Army, joining the National Guard, moving to Flint.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Chris Caleb, VA claims, okay, you can say went faster under Obama. There were also a lot of soldiers leaving under Obama. There's massive drawback on, troop sizes and such. Your pay went up under Obama. Are you talking about VA compensation pay? Because that goes up every year. I just received a $200 bump this year. So.
No, the food is up big time. The groceries ain't went down. Food.
The only thing I'm noticing a big difference on is my red meat, my hamburger, steak, pot roast. My food bill stayed consistent for me and my wife when it's just us for the past 3 years. We spend about $250 a month.
You're not getting no Dodge check, beloved. You're not getting that 2,000 check. That was talk he was doing. We'll go with it. Let me see what T said. Debt, job loss causing division between people, causing fear and anxiety to the people, even if it has not affected me personally. You can see the field, the tension. Yeah. I'm looking at like the insurance stuff, even people when he held up the little SNAP benefits for a vote to get pushed through, a lot of stuff. A lot of people saying what's going on. Insurance premiums is going up, health benefits, people, some going to be cut off, health. That's what I'm saying. If you're still on it for right now, go get all your stuff you need done, family. Go get your stuff done. I'm thinking our gas was going to go down because we took oil, but our gas, it went back up. It was down for about a week or two.
Venezuelan oil wasn't going to affect your pump one way or another unless you drive a diesel.
I thought it was going to help. I thought all the oil we got,
we went through that last week. That oil is mainly used for diesel.
I thought it would have been up, though, Trevor. I thought it would have been up. Listen, it's always going to be greed. It's going to be greed. They just convince us that when they go and taking these things, it's going to help the country. I just don't see us going taking, different people from other countries, how it helped us. I get it. You said it was diesel, oil. Yeah, gas. Well, I tell you here, it is diabolical what gas is up this way. It's dead serious. But you know what? But everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's more people suffering. It's just ones who ain't suffering, I understand it. The ones who ain't, but just think about it here. You had people on Miller Road with a mind state that they didn't feel like they was getting poisoned, but the north side was getting poisoned. So it didn't affect them. They was thinking it didn't affect them. That's just how life is. I mean, it's crazy that we live in a system like that where you think the laws you get gas around. It was like that for a time, but I seen it's $2, $2.50 and up. That's what I'm telling you. Lord, I wish I could see it back down to $2. That's when I be using my Kroger's card and stuff. I might be have $1 on there. So what's up, A Sprag? Thank you for tapping in. Hey, listen. Obama said, no, you know what, Chris Caleb, he tried to give some insurance, but you got to understand the Republicans cut it, the Affordable Care Act. Like I said, he had got that from Mitt Romney. The Republicans was just so mad that they gutted it to where, you know, when it said that it was going to go up, that was courtesy of the Republicans. And what happened in Minnesota, listen, I guess they'll deal with it on their side over there in Minnesota. Look, it's a lot of people that's been getting it down on doing stuff, but us. Nah, because of Michigan, my health insurance. I ain't tripping. I mean, listen, I would listen, man. If I had to pay a little more for everybody that can be insured, you think that'll bother me? Like I will be sitting up there crying because I want to see other people have health insurance. No, I'm not. You know, that don't bother me, and I don't get it how people can even. But I'm not that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cut like that. To be honest with you, I would love to see people. Me, if it was universal health care, I wouldn't bat an eye if I was a billionaire and had to kick a little more in. Why wouldn't I want to see that? Why I want to see somebody starving? Like, why would I want to see that? Then I can go give other countries monies and send billions. I think we just give Israel just sent them some 500 some million. We just sent them that.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? We just sent them that, but we was really holding up the people as far as they SNAP benefits, and it was people was like, I'm like, shit, no. I look at that like I'm not with that. Like I don't have any. Listen, when I even see people at the stores, not all the time, I don't give up none, but I'm just telling you to show you how fickle-minded we is. And that's why even with Trump, when he worrying about the protests and what they're doing in another country, look how you beat up the protesters here. It's no different. We can see in other countries how people getting did wrong, but yet we can't even see how they didn't poison a whole city. And you let a governor off, let him walk. Genocide, people dying from cancer, but we let them walk. But we don't see nothing wrong with that. But we can worry about a whole nother country. Walk. But we weren't understanding why they can go to another country, bring another president, the president of that country, bring him over here in New York and throw trumped up charges. Look at the charges with here. You let a genocide go on here. Whole city get poisoned. You know what what happened when charged? Oh, you can't do a one-man grand jury, but you was doing it on everybody else. We don't bat an eye. We don't bat an eye. But yet, you know what we get mad at? Yeah, we can dog the mayor out because he complicit with it. But what about the other people that's also complicit with it? See, you know, we get up on here, we knock the council people. But what about the people that's complicit with it? We want to say one thing, you know, we it all sound good. We can come on here, call out LaShawn, call out Liddell. But what system would let something go down like this? Where you can poison a whole city? What's up, Raphael Bird? Just tell me that. What city? I mean, what country will let you go ahead and poison a whole community? And then on top of that, give them $1,000. Play the game. 11 years before they even get a settlement? What about the people that done died off? Then don't even want to get them health insurance. Couldn't even get them health insurance for their life, even though it might be a short-lived one anyway. But we sit up here, 600 million for 80-some thousand people to split. Yeah, we get mad at the mayor because it was the floor, not the ceiling, but he got a script that he had to come down there. We could say he got handlers. But it's everyday business going on. We got council people on it. I call her out. Judy got right on there and said the water wasn't messed up. But that's the type of thinking that you got. You got people in them seats. Yeah, we can point out the one, Liddell, she's taking good money. We got the line. We can holler that. Judy just went up there and everybody let that slip over their mind. Finance chair to get some more money. Let alone she the fourth ward. She ain't, the fourth ward don't look good. She's a water denier. Really should be a water holocaust up here. A water denier. That's what I'm saying. We say the mayor, but she went up to ask for some more money for the finance chair to make some money, and then told people you got to afford it. Yeah, we call out. What's her name? Davina. Davina know about people not really staying where they supposed to stay at. That's obvious, but it didn't fall up under Davina. Fell up on Inez Brown. So that's been going on. They knew what they said. If I'm saying it right, Mr. Freeman, they knew he didn't stay there, but that was up under Inez Brown leadership. They know what's going on. Yeah, this ain't nothing new. But this is the stuff that we got to go through. You know what I'm saying? We can sit up here and paint this. I'll just think about it. Yeah, you had, and going through it now, but as Trevor said, when he looked through it, it's no problem. You can go over there and move over here to the, as long as you live in Flint, you can move to another ward.
As long as you've been a registered voter in the city of Flint for 1 year, you can bounce from ward to ward and run as often as you like.
I know the mayor can't do nothing about the water in Flint. He know he can't. Let me tell y'all something, family. This is back when I was over there recording with DeJuan and them. I remember it was my first not my first one, but my first Juneteenth going to being with DeJuan and them. I remember it was me, Shatara. Matter of fact, Shatara and Darius. And Shatara got the footage, but it wasn't a good copy. Well, Neely told Darius, man, what can I do? I can't stop nothing. I got to do what they say. I ain't saying it verbatim, but he was basically telling them, man, listen. And this was back, I want to say, in 21, the summer of 21. They remember we was over at the planetarium on the back when Black Lives Matter. It was doing the Juneteenth thing. And Tommy was trying to block for him then. She had told, no, y'all can't do this, ran up. Like, I can't do nothing. Back then, me personally, I don't even know how I got caught up even going back and forth arguing. Like, getting on the side, like we could dog him, get on here, make him do. He can't make him do nothing. Just think about it. In that book, when Jordan Sheraton dropped that book, Neely had to come and apologize for what he said in the book. Apologize. That's what he had to do. Yeah, we sitting up here as wife. Yeah, we get on here. We can say all this and that. But at the end of the day, what can she do? She either gonna have to play the game or they'll find somebody else to get in there and do that. And facts, Chris. Yeah, we get up here, we get mad. Just think about it. Listen, family, we can say what we want. Tanya took what she was supposed to do. Art then went over there and did this. They done brought 21. They know what's up with 21. Anytime you take it to Lansing, to the state, they throw it back in Davina's hand. They put it back, and she can pick and choose what she want to do. Show you how scandalous it is. Miss Biggs had to get out there and go do a petition to let Davina know how serious it is, how disgusted they are with her, how she's running the clerk office. All she gonna do is take it out on them. But now think about this. The $1,000 for the property damage medical compensation is dependent on what medical tests reveal, mainly lead in your system. Now, how many people who didn't go get the lead test when they was doing it at the building? If you didn't get that, how many doctors gonna sit up there and say you had lead? How many people doctors? So they was already disqualifying people from Jump Street. But we get caught up in here. Yeah, hey, you got to do this. We're gonna get a new. What was the new mayor gonna come in here and do? What is the new council people gonna come in here and do? Seriously. Okay, no problem. I'll be waiting on you. Let me see what T said. Do you think all of this would have been able to go down under the Weaver administration? They kept her in court. Just think about this. We don't know. I don't think she could have did too much more, but what she did do, you know what? We don't know, to be honest with you, T, because she never got to finish it. All we did know, she didn't settle for what this mayor settled for. We really don't know, and that's the good thing, because she didn't get to finish to see. But if you go look, she was only, her job was they only putting down the one piece, right? That little piece that they was doing that he was supposed to finish.
18 inches of pipe service line. Yep.
Yeah, but the whole infrastructure needed to be done,
including people's houses.
So it's, you know, all we can go is, you know, we can go on. We think she would have got it done because they got her out, but we don't know. If she didn't do it, what we do know, she was going to be back in court. She was going to stay in court. Now, I do believe that. The state not going to prosecute Davina, because if they was going to do that, they would have took up the case with the councilman in the first ward.
The state's not doing shit. It'd be a black guy.
Why would they?
That's what I'm saying. It'd be a black eye. It's election season. It's election year. The state doesn't want, especially those running for elected or for executive office who are tied to the Weaver or the current Whitmer administration. They don't want that black eye of, oh, Flint's been like this the entire time. So they're just going to say nothing's wrong.
The
GOP is not going to do shit in Flint just because they're not going to win in Flint.
Yeah, I have to see it. I have to see it, because I don't think. Thank you, Stanley Wood. Yeah, Davina is safe and protect. That's what I'm saying. So she don't have to do nothing. Now she might take it out on Art, might take it out on Miss Beverly Biggs. Now, you know, that's why I'm telling them, go get you triple the signatures that you need.
Yeah, she mentioned Flint twice. Terrific. Until something actually happens in Flint, it's just talk. And there's been a lot of talk about Flint for a long time.
Because the water not safe.
Yeah, but they ain't doing shit there. Like,
Chris,
ever since the lawsuit was settled, has there really been any talk about the water in Flint? The state legislature, who has literally power to fix things like that, did they talk about it? The governor, who could literally call up the National Guard and the Corps of Engineers to go in and do it efficiently, quickly, when they saw that mayor was screwing around. Did that happen? No. Nothing's going to fucking happen.
I don't see it happening. Voter fraud. They know it's voter fraud, but my thing is they not going to mess with it. They know what's going on. Miss Tia, listen, beloved. They seen what didn't happen. Believe me, they didn't watch this mayor, what he done. They know what Davina doing over in that clerk office. It don't take no rocket scientist when she let the cat out the bag, when she let 21 slide. She know this. They just playing with us. What it is, and that's what I want to say this when people confusing what woke is. You know, I would put up the definition of being woke, but you know, it always get took and corrupted. I ain't gonna even go with that. Let me just say this. When you hip to the game, to me, it's just like it was exposed up under this beefing. And I'm talking about from the both parties. It got exposed on what was going on. They had a good thing going on until they let it get exposed. the bickering. And to me, it's just like Neely just took it all away. He used it all the way to his benefit. He used the clerk office to his benefit. Just think about it. Tanya came with so much information. Davina took it down there. But when the clerk threw it in her hand, Davina knew she had control of it. Just think about it. Davina lost, what was it, 6 sheets from Miss Beverly Biggs doing the recall?
Yeah, 6 recall sheets.
And what happened?
Not a damn thing.
You had Dominique come on, the clerk, the county clerk, come right on and said, if it was my office, it would have been something would have been done. Don't you know Davina seen that? It showed you she didn't care. She wasn't firing nobody for that because she might have been allegedly the ones that lost it.
And shows you her office has got more power on the inside than Dominic Clemens' office does, just because he has to account to someone, whereas she doesn't. She can do whatever she wants.
And when he came out and said no, and you know, no, it was 6. We sent you this over, and it was like to her, oh, okay. When he covered her, she knew wasn't nothing gonna happen to her. Davina not caring. This ain't nothing new. Davina said up there, let's go. Let's do some little more homework then. Y'all didn't get that and think I'm playing with you. Did y'all forget when Davina intervened in the vote for Leon? Did people forget that?
It
Oh,
seems
they
like
not woke. If they was woke concrete, they wouldn't even be playing this game. They use woke. That's like anything. They'll take some and dilute it. It's been diluted. And I think, to me, the Democrats diluted it. Just think about it. You got Tanya saying, I can pull out my driveway. They even know they can go check the man. Tell her it says in the 6th ward. So is it a new thing saying that you can't have it at your house? Ain't that some shit? Just imagine you riding by, you see the councilman who's supposed to be in the 1st ward, but he in your ward now. And you see his request for Leon residency was denied. You know why it was denied, Stanley? Because they're not going to let nobody mess up what they got going on. Our little thing, what we trying to do, ain't got nothing on business, going to keep rolling.
And even if they did find that he doesn't live in the 1st ward, which we all know is true, he does not live there. He's tethered to a house in the 6th ward right now. They weren't going to do anything about it anyway, so why waste the resources? Exactly what they're thinking. Why are we going to go through and do all this when we know we're not going to do none? Why spend the money?
That's why. Let me see, Marcel. Because he played the game how it was supposed to be played, because we didn't like the way he played it. He played the game, and that's why, allegedly, he's a millionaire. Do you think?
Didn't we get told yesterday that his war chest for this election season's what, 600,000 now?
Good money.
You think all that came through goodwill, intentions, and personal donations from regular folk?
No, don't come from people who got businesses.
Let's see something real quick.
But you can't. My thing is, you can't get mad if you ain't gonna be mad at everything. And that's my point. We get mad. We seeing the moves Trump done doing, but what about the moves? How the police been used? What's up, Cicero? He didn't use these police as his own Gestapo. Just think about how he had them looking for Jed. Just think about everything that's been going on. You can get Joe King can get somebody can sign his stuff electronic. He don't bat an eye at it. You got an individual going in people mailboxes, dropping stuff off. They don't say nothing, but one thing they did have in common, they was mad at about what Jedediah did. See, hey, what'd you say? What'd you say new when he already did his fundraising in Southfield? He in a whole different county. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's what and that's where you really at right now. Like, shit, he doing what he supposed to do. But when you, like I said, that's why I did say for Miss Beverly Biggs, watch yourself when you go. I will go take 300 signatures. I'm just telling you how I would do. Because knowing her, she would go. I'm just saying she done played so many games with everything else. With all that done been funneled through Tia, they should have been got this water fixed. But I do believe it's gonna be. But damn, if they still fix the water, but guess what problem ain't fixed? The people health. The people that suffered and caught the cancers, the kidney disease. What is it? I mean, like, wow. They came up with $1,000. To be honest with you, Alan, like I said, I don't even know how people want to run, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know how people want to run for these seats. Can you imagine if you're a new council person coming on there? I mean, I'm just being honest. Even, and listen, I'm finna go for a black man coming on there. Coming on the council, can you imagine you being a new person, you coming on there, you seeing the disrespect that then went down, you see how the mayor is. Don't get me wrong, you're also seeing how if you roll with the mayor, you can get some money. Then you can see, like, when you go back home, you go back home, you turn your water on. It stink. But yet, you going back to council, you sitting on there with Judy and she's saying the water not bad. And you know the water bad. The 7th Ward tell you, oh, you can't drink it without a filter. And knowing she ain't drinking that water. You see the councilman in the 1st Ward, all the BS he going through. And they probably telling you, hey, we can get this money, but you come in there like, man, do you see how our city looking? You know, we doing the work. Doing what work? I mean, I'm just saying, like you got, it's crazy. And you got people out here soliciting, hey, if you vote for me, I'll get this done for you. I mean, I would probably vote for you too. But Zachary, the difference is that's well water. And I don't think Flint was well water. But the way that Flint water stank is way worse. It's way worse. And I don't think the beach water was coming out yellow or brown. Hey, Chris. He didn't even trust the election. I tell you all you need to know. If your president don't trust the election, so what's that telling you about? So what's that? What that tell you about your election system or the election game? Remember, Trump said he went to sleep, was winning, woke up, the election, he had lost it.
Mm-hmm.
So what that tell you about the election process in America? Is it really fair? But this ain't the first time that we didn't have things about how you can cheat in the election here. Go watch the games in New York. I'm just saying, but people, can come on here and they're gonna want y'all. I mean, not come on here. People gonna want y'all to go vote for them. They're gonna come in y'all churches. Y'all pastor even gonna be going. They finna invite all these politicians up in there. This a good person. Yeah, he good. He good to your pastor because he gonna get something. But what about the flock? What about, you know what I'm saying? Can even the school look? The school system is messed up in Flint. School system messed up. You seen Clark done been on here. You seen how he got did. But these the same people, these your leaders. You already know how dysfunctional the school board was. Don't take it from me. Go do your research on it. You're probably gonna be hearing more things about it. I'm just telling you. All you gotta do is you go look at just listen. Keep your ears to the keep your ears and your eyes to what's going on. You're gonna be hearing a lot of things going on. Keep your ears to the radio and keep your eyes to Facebook, and you're gonna hear more things probably about the school board and how messy that is. It ain't over. I sit up there and looked at. I'm watching the school. They did appreciation post. I'm like, it's the appreciation of the school board. I couldn't believe it. I seen the president on one. I seen the trustee king on one. I'm like, and I'm looking at the condition of the schools and like, what?
Mhm.
I never seen so many people but when you see from the leader at the top, what do you think the people at the bottom gonna act?
I mean, you just slap an award on someone and say they did a good job, regardless of what they actually did.
What's up,
Changes
man?
public perception.
Perception. I'm just taken back by it. I'm taken back by it. I'm trying to watch it and make sense out of it. I can't make sense out of it. I can't make sense out of it that we got money for wars, but we ain't got money to fix Flint problem. I wouldn't have nothing to say if Flint, and I'm not saying I got the money, but I want to see my family them being able to take baths. Do people understand, man, that you got to take baths in poison water? I don't think people really understand what that is. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see how, and like I say, how the politicians can go along with this and we doing the work when people telling you what it is. I don't get it. I mean, I just wish they'd come on, like I said, what he said, no knocking, more overdose death. Yeah, employees reflect management facts. You know what, Michelle Merritt, I don't think they would care then, to be honest with you. They don't care. Look how long it's been around. Look at the stuff that they feed us. Look at the, you know what I'm saying? To me, it's just, who put the drugs in the streets? See, we because we don't, you know, I don't know nobody who own no cocoa plants. How's the drugs getting here? I'm you know, when I read the stories and stuff, I do hear from like the other. I mean, not me personally, but when you be hearing them, they tell you when you watch these documentaries, Americans love drugs. They have an appetite for drugs. How all the drugs make it here? Yeah, we knew they put crack in the Bay Area. What happened to them? When Reagan came in, remember Reagan? Everybody, I was Lena, thank you. I was from there. Anybody forget Reagan? They made it justifiable when they churned out a generation of crackheads, where they destroyed a generation of people. Yogi G, what it do? What we supposed to do? But that's your president. I'm just saying, only thing we could do is don't mess with the drugs. That's the only thing I can tell you. Leave the drugs alone. They put them out here, but the government, did Reagan get in trouble for that? because he can disguise that up under national security or something. You know, they'll write laws up. Let's just be honest. Laws can get wrote up, but so when we look at the people in Flint being poisoned, and Governor Snyder got off and got his bills paid, as far as his lawyer fees paid, do y'all really see anything different? There's a budget. That's like even when it's breaking down the big beautiful bill, go really study the big beautiful bill and see who it really helped. Zach, we can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? Them people didn't know what they was doing. It's like if a person take a drink, everybody might not be strong enough that can walk away from it when you don't know what's up. We done heard plenty of stories. Let's be honest. When you taking young people, we can go with the rock and roll area, the blues areas when they was giving people drugs. When you young and don't know and you out here, you know what I'm saying? If your parents not there, you know what I'm saying? You don't never know the circumstances. People didn't think what they said. I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, my uncle used to tell me this stuff. I think heroin, because he came up under the heroin era. Heroin was wasn't as addictive as crack was. Crack, you hit it, you addictive. It was. I'm thinking crack was more addictive than heroin, if I'm not mistaken, or vice versa. I can't get it, but I mean, and you putting it on. They don't know that when them people. I was around during the crack era, Flint, firsthand. Many of my people got caught. Mines too. That's what I'm telling you. People didn't know. Some people you going to parties. Yeah, crack. Okay, thanks, crack. That's what he was saying. People didn't know that. You had some people, they would just think just like a person smoke weed or a person popping pills. People don't know that. That's why I brought it up, Zachary, because my uncle used to mess with it. As I can tell you, I'm just saying, what like he said, but people didn't know what this was. When you young, you don't know. Look at the people who went to Vietnam that got strung out on heroin. Just think about that. Look at the people, and them was teenagers they were sending over there to Vietnam who probably didn't smoke weed. But when you got in that jungle, you went to blowing weed. Yeah. Right. I'm just saying. You had people who didn't drink. Got to the army, they became drunks. I'm just saying, people pick you, music, all of it. Right. I'm just saying. It was in the Coke. It was in your Coca-Cola. Cocaine was that real Coke pop back in the day.
So Coca-Cola was originally marketed as a medicine.
Mm-hmm.
The man who made it was using it to get off of heroin that they were giving him for battlefield injury during the Civil War. Once he got over the heroin, but he liked the Coke, he started using it as a cough medicine, marketed as such. And then when they outlawed cocaine, he turned it into a soft drink. Coca-Cola is still the only company in the United States that can legally import cocaine so they can decocify the coca leaves and get the taste.
And they let people drink the Coca-Cola. Now just think about that. But I'm just saying, when you saying them people, believe me, them people ain't think that stuff was gonna happen. And like I say, you listen. And I used to be tripping on people who, don't get me wrong, I used to have a crazy take on it. Like the people, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw people was my age that got strung out on crack, I didn't, at first I didn't feel sorry, because I'm like, man, we grew up, we seen people on crack what it did to them. Even now, I'll be like, damn, how can you mess with someone you seen what it did? You know what I'm saying? When I go by when you know better, you do better. But you still got people getting strung out on. Just think about pills. People use pills to get high.
Mm-hmm.
Let's don't forget the prescription drug game. Just think about when you jump what is it called? They call it the orange snot. What's that snot called? I can't think of the name of the shit right now. You know it was orange. That was the liquid heroin.
That's a new one to me.
Tussin, is it Tussinex?
Oh, Robitussin?
The real syrup, not the shit you get over the counter.
Oh, yeah. The only thing I know about that
the
shit
street name of it was snot.
Sudafed, the pseudoephedrine. A lot of people buy it for that etamine ender and use it to refine methamphetamines.
Yeah, was it Tussinex? Is that what it's called? Tussinex? Y'all, I know the street names call it snot.
That sounds utterly disgusting.
But it's prescription though. It's cough syrup.
Zach, got to correct you just a little bit there. Cocaine is a rich man's drug. So back when I was a kid, 20 of cocaine would be about this much. Yeah. Whereas some of the folks I ran around with that were selling crack, they were selling nice-sized baggies of it for about the same price because it's mostly, depending on cut, mostly baking soda. It just acts as a catalyst for the cocaine, and it's a different delivery method. Instead of snorting it and letting it go through the selectively permeable membranes in your nose, it's going directly to your lungs and hitting the bloodstream faster for a quicker and more powerful high. And then, of course, the baking soda adds a catalyst, so it just fucking kicks off fast and hard.
You talk about the purple, you know, the promethazine. I'm talking about it was one called, was it? Nah, Chris, you saying Robitussin, but they might be Robitussin, but Tussin, but it was orange. It was thick. That's why they call it snot. That was like synthetic.
Orange. It was a cough syrup.
I think it's Tussinex, if I'm not mistaken.
Deslin?
That might be the maker of it, but it was called Tussinex. If I'm mistaken.
Thick orange cough syrup typically refers to long-acting suppressants like Deslin, known for its time-release formula with dextromethorphan polystyrene. Why do they use these big words? It ends with an X though, so that supports what you're saying.
They just call it Tussinex. I know you
provides up to 12 hours of relief for dry coughs. Available in orange flavor, both adults and children. Often noted for its distinct thick consistency and citrus taste. Thick consistency, this is definitely.
I know because it looked like sugar in it. Don't ask me how I know. I have my uncle. My uncle used to have all that stuff back when I was a kid. You know, he's known my Uncle Ed. I used to see they used to have all that stuff. He used to be willing and dealing it. That's how I know about it. Remember being like 8, 9 years old. It took a hit it, be out.
Now they call it Orange Crush. And it uses.
You had Ammonel. It used to be Ammonel back in the day. Then it came up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, as it got, because like this stuff now, how them kids, what they pay. That's when I listened to Lil Wayne, when they was like, how they when they tried to say 3 6 Mafia brought the surf drink. Look, man, I've been new. My uncles them had that stuff back when I like in the 70s. And I mean, I was born in the 70s, but 80s, man, that stuff been out. That's why I ain't understanding when this was new. I thought they only did that up here. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that was going on here. I thought them people was late on what was going on. Yeah. That's why you see a lot of them people losing their teeth from all. They don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, everybody didn't do everything. Now everybody doing every goddamn thing. They take every appeal that it is. Like, I'm like, man.
When I was a kid, the people liked using R2s, Rufinol. So they'd pop 2 Rufinol and sit there and trip out all fucking day. Also known as roofies. So they're giving themselves the date drug. It was a funny time watching those guys act stupid. There's a lot of drugs I wouldn't fuck with. Those guys were a little too hardcore for me.
Yeah, you can get it from a doctor, and you also get it in the street. The color is, oh, my bad. The color is yellow. It's called Tusk. That's what I thought. You right, cuz. Yellow. Why did I say orange? That's that synthetic heroin. Why would I thought I said yellow. Yeah, because it's called stunt. My bad, cuz. Thanks for reminding me. Thanks for me. It's Tussinex. Now it's coming. Tussinex.
Now everyone's running around with opiates. For the longest time in the Army, you get the smallest little boo-boo. Oh, take a couple Vicodin. And then they wondered why they had an entire generation of soldiers fucking strung out on fucking opiates. After a while, they cut that completely out. Like, I saw a dude bust his ankle up, and they prescribed him 1,600 milligrams of ibuprofen, drink water, stay off your foot, change your socks. Like, it turned into a fucking meme. That's all they do now. They don't give you shit in the Army no more.
Nah, but shit, it's no different than when you look at the
people are fucking strung out. It had to happen, right?
But if you breaking your arms and your ankles and your fingers and they want you to go, you gotta have something to get you right. But well, fam, we had that too. You got anything, Trevor, man? Cause I got to get up out there. I got to run some errands.
Nah, I'm going back to bed.
See y'all later on tonight, family. Went to say she gonna be here at 6. That means like 6:30. I'll see y'all then. Peace.